Hello. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another, well, in this case, profitable weekend. College football championship weekend, Friday and Saturday. We're down to the end of college football. Isn't it sad? We've got this weekend, we've got Army, Navy, and then we get into the bowl games and the playoffs. But man, oh man, has it been a great college football season. Excited for this weekend. There's a lot of really good games. Really excited to see what we're gonna have in store for you. If you're new to our show and been with us before, welcome. We do appreciate you having you on. Glad you're here. All of our shows here on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. You can get a 7-day free trial by the link in the comment section or the link on the YouTube channel page. Check that out. They're so sure you're going to like it. They're going to give you 7 days for free. Also, a private Discord channel is available for all of you out there. Join the other couple hundred plus people on there that love doing the same thing you do. It's called Sports Wagering. You get all of our bets early. You get all of our unit sizes. You're going to have action every day between Major League Baseball, college basketball, NBA basketball, college and pro football. It goes on all year long. There's only like a couple of days a year that there's not plays on. So if you like action, we are definitely your type of Discord. All right, let's get started. We start on Friday the 5th, 7 o'clock Eastern time. James Madison and Troy. James Madison, I got good news, getting a new coach, right? That's big stuff. They're getting new coach has been hired, looking strong there. James Madison here, this line went up 3 points, and it went up probably the second day this line was out. This line was 20.5, now 23.5, 46.5 total here. We expect James Madison to absolutely cruise here. James Madison minus 3.5 first quarter, 10.5 first half. We did get this at 20.5. Felt great there. I'd still play it at 23.5. I might knock the unit size just down a shade, but do like James Madison in that one there quite significantly. All right, Jacksonville State, Kennesaw State, 7 o'clock Eastern time frame. Well, Jacksonville State, once again, getting disrespected, as they pretty much have all season. They're a 2.5-point dog. The number to notice in this particular game is this total is absolutely going crazy. This thing was 57.5. This thing's went up 3 points already. I'll be really honest. Both teams love to score. Both teams not going to put up a monster defensive fight. I still think the better play here is probably the over in this particular game. But we do like James Madison to win this game straight up. So we've got 6 plays in this one. Jacksonville State, money line, first quarter, first half, and the game. And then we do like over 10.5 first half, 10.5 first quarter, 28.5 first half, 57.5. I still like this game at 60.5. We don't want to go to 62. That's kind of the number where we're going to draw the line, but I still think you got a little bit of value at 60.5. This game might be played in the mid-70s. Next game up, we got at 8 o'clock Eastern time frame. And then you just got to love college football, don't you? There's so many good games. North Texas, Tulane. This should be another barn burner here. North Texas offense has been spectacular. Tulane can play a little D. 8 o'clock Eastern time. 66.5 total here. Tulane actually getting 2.5. They're losing their coach. I really like North Texas in the spot. I think they're better offensively. Defense, I think they've got enough to slow down Tulane just a little bit. Give us North Texas. We'll lay the 2.5. We're fine there. -0.5 first quarter. 1.5 first half, 2.5 for the game. Next game up. And the final one for the night, for Friday night anyway, 8 o'clock Eastern time frame, UNLV and Boise State. Boise basically they're at home, but they're only laying 4.5. Main reason UNLV's seen them lately, or seen them this season. And, Boise went to work, but it was a big scoring game in that one. All of a sudden, UNLV's defense has shown up. That wasn't there pretty much all season long. But seeing them that second time, I think is going to make a big difference, honestly, in this one. We like UNLV here, plus a half first quarter, 2.5 first half, 4.5 for the game. And then we get into Saturday. And to carry that theme over at noon Eastern time, Texas Tech favored by 12.5 over BYU. So they were favored 11.5 over BYU earlier in the season. They did cover that number. That game was at home. Now all of a sudden, the championship game in 12.5. Kind of surprised to see that kind of number there, but that's okay because we're going to go back to BYU. Now, this isn't going to be – it's a sizable play, but definitely not as big as it was before in that game. But I like BYU to be able to keep up with Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech wins that game by one score, but BYU keeps it within 2 scores here. I'll take the 12.5 points and we'll run with it. BYU plus 3.5 first quarter, plus 6.5 first half, and plus 12.5 for the game. Next game up. Why not a little Miami, Ohio, and Western Michigan? The boys from Kalamazoo at noon Eastern time frame. So Western Michigan now favored by 1.5. Miami of Ohio. They've been interesting all season long. All right, I'm not going to – Miami of Ohio is one of those teams like you think you got them figured out, and then all of a sudden their offense shows up, right? But Western Michigan, this one, I guarantee you, they will run the ball probably at least 50 times in this game. I expect them to run, and run the ball even more. I think that's enough to wear down Miami of Ohio, and Western Michigan comes home with the win here. Western Michigan money line, first quarter, first half, and game. Next game up, they did a little time switcheroo here. They moved the Georgia-Alabama game to a little bit earlier at 4 o'clock Eastern time frame. Georgia Dome, right? Georgia laying 2.5 with Bama. Bama did beat them earlier in Georgia. The totals went to 48.5. This was 47.5. Even as early as a day ago. We do like Bama to pull off winning twice here. For some reason, Bama seems to have Kirby Smart's number a majority of the time here. You know, we'll take Bama money line. The bet we like a little bit more is going to be that over, though. We're not going to lie. Bama money line, first quarter, first half, and game. And then we're going to play that. We got it at over 47.5. So 7.5 first quarter, 23.5 first half. And then also 47.5 for the game. We still like 48.5 for the game. I think this game's played into the 50s without an issue. Then we got 2 games at 8 o'clock Eastern time, Duke and Virginia. I've seen Virginia play way too many times this season, and I come away not impressed by any of the games I've seen from them. Duke getting 4 right now, 57.5 total. To be really honest, in this one, we just like the total. We do like Duke to win as well. I just think Virginia is overrated. If Duke doesn't turn the ball over, they're the better team. The problem is they're extremely turnover prone. They have been all season long. It's kind of extremely frustrating, especially when you're playing them. But Duke money line, first quarter, first half game. Duke, Virginia over 10.5 first quarter, 28.5 first half, and then 57.5 for the game. Then we'll finish it up. Maybe the best matchup of the day, 1 versus 2. This line opened at 5.5. I thought that line was not smart. All of a sudden, it's down to 4, 47.5 total. Ohio State, Indiana, their impressive win over Oregon. And I'll give Ohio State credit. For as shitty as they played against Michigan over the last few years, they came out and made a statement last weekend. They really went to work, no question about it. Here's the deal. If you want to take Ohio State minus 2.5, I think you got a winner. If you play any Indiana at 3.5 or more, I think you got a winner. I honestly think Ohio State wins by a field goal here. I expect this game to be nip and tuck. Both defenses have played extremely well. Wouldn't be shocked if this is an under game. Remember that Indiana and Oregon game went way under. This one, 47.5. I know we're not going to see, we're going to be in a dome. We're not going to be rain elements, but both these defenses can play some football this one. So Indiana, the 5.5 was the difference, plus a half first quarter, 3.5 first half, 5.5 for the game. We're also sprinkled a shade on Indiana money line as well. Back when it was plus 190, a lot of places down to 160, 170 in that range, but still worth a little sprinkle there on the money line. I don't know if they're going to win. It's just obviously a lot smaller play on the money line there, but just thought I'd have a little fun with Indiana in that spot. Wouldn't it be the story of the college football season if Indiana goes undefeated, winning the Big Ten, going into the playoff? Here's the thing. That game matters more to Indiana, I'm sure, than it does to Ohio State. Indiana to win a Big Ten championship, huge. They're both in the playoffs. There's no denying that. They're both in the playoffs, right? So, the question, teams that need to win to get in the playoffs is going to be either Duke or Virginia. Probably, to get in. Georgia, I think that if they lose, they're in. Bama needs to win to get in. Texas Tech BYU game, I think the winner needs to get in. I think there's only going to be one team out of the Big 12, in that one there. So, like I said, there's going to be a bunch of SEC teams and a bunch of, not a monster, a lot of Big Ten teams, because you only got a third Big Ten team getting in, I think. It's Indiana, Ohio State, and Oregon, and I don't know if you can make a case for anybody else. And then you got a bunch of SEC teams. Texas also lurking back. I mean, they're, a lot of people counting out a 3-loss team, but you got Ole Miss has only lost once. You got some other teams getting. Notre Dame's got a pretty good case as well to get in. So going to be interesting to see what happens here, to be really honest. But like I said, I think Alabama has to win in order to get in. And, the other BYU, Texas Tech, the winner has to, winner's going to, games are going to matter a little bit more than, let's say, this Indiana-Ohio State game. If it gets away from them, it gets away. All right, that's going to be a rundown of college football championship weekend. If you like the content you're seeing here, do us a favor, share it with a friend, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, like the episode, all that kind of stuff there. All that is greatly appreciated by myself. Love seeing that stuff. Likes, comments, shares, and everybody subscribing. Greatly appreciate when you guys do that. Spend the time watching the show. We do appreciate you letting us know. Also, all of our episodes on YouTube brought to you by the #1 world sports betting app, Outlier. 7-day free trial is available. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the comments section and our YouTube channel page. Also, private Discord channel, you will find the link for that in the same 2 spots. The YouTube channel page, as well as the comments section of the show. And you can check that out as well. Join a couple 100+ members that love doing the same thing you do. It's called sports wagering. We do appreciate everybody's support as always and look forward to seeing you on our next episode.